With summer here, the construction at the Coakley Middle School is ramping up, and Jack McCarthy is on site with Senior Project Manager Bethany King and Owner's Project Manager Lou Capone.
It's time again to do our Coakley Middle School construction update. Joining me, as always, is Bethany King from W.T. Rich, the Senior Project Manager. We picked a real hot day to do this.
Yeah, we did.
So just, from walking around, so much has been done.
Yeah, we're still moving.
So let's tell them what's been going on.
So yeah, from an exterior perspective, I think this is the side of the building a lot of the town can see from the fields here. You can see the brick is actively going in with the windows as well. So this north side of the building, we're wrapping that up. On the south side of the building, we're also wrapping that up with what's called curtain wall. So we're enclosing some of those larger openings. And pretty soon, this area that's shown in blue here, you'll start seeing some exterior finish boards going over that. So it'll start looking finished from an exterior perspective.
And I like the way they broke it up. It's just not all brick. They got the wainscoting, if it was inside, right?
Yep, split face CMU, that is called, yep.
Yeah, and if you've been in the high school, you see a lot of that inside the high school. I forget if it's on the outside. I just don't remember. But it will last forever, and it's it's not cheap, but it's inexpensive compared to a lot of things you could do. But we got, as you say, we have some windows. Yep. I noticed, Bethany, there's string coming down here, and then there's these contraptions up here. Yep. So what are they for?
Those are metal relieving angles. So anywhere where you see the string in those metal angles, your brick is actually going to continue all the way up the building. So those metal angles are to support the brick, and that'll be an architectural feature. So you'll see that the mason will come in and hit those piers later.
And what's the exterior going to look like that's not brick?
It's all either a combination of metal wall panels and hardy board, which is just like a hard solid board.
Okay. And well, we'll talk to Luke about when that's all going to happen.
Sure.
A lot of stuff going on inside too.
Yeah, inside. So as always, we're going CBA. So the zone C, we're actively doing finishes. We have the painter in there, tiles going in. We're going to start flooring and millwork in the upcoming. Zone A, we're doing some framing of the walls and starting the rough in of A. So again, we're moving our way out that way.
It is truly amazing how much you've gotten done. And I mean, we usually do this later in the day, but there is a lot of activity going on.
Yeah, there is. We're definitely in the middle of the day here. It's been good. There's a lot to see here. We were actually able to last week tour the building committee through the building, which was great as part of their meeting. So they were all able to see it. We've also toured a couple of groups of teachers through the building as well, showing them they can actually see the shape of their classrooms now and see things starting to fit out there. The other thing we've been doing out here, just with the end of school wrapping up this year, or this week, I should say, our team's gone in over to the middle school and done some lessons. We've done lessons with the 6th graders, the 7th graders, and we did more of a presentation to the 8th grade STEM program about different roles you can do in construction. So that's been fun to get over in the school and connect with the students.
Yeah, were they asking interesting questions? Anybody stump you?
They did. I think we got a question from a 6th grader about sustainability.
Yeah, wow.
But yeah, the 6th grade classes, we did erosion control, a lesson on that. And the 7th grade, we did a Lego activity with them. So it's been fun to get in there and work with the students, especially with them being so close.
Yeah, and it kind of helps them become part of it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we could answer some questions about what they're seeing through their windows, right?
Yeah.
And it gives it more of a real life feel for us too, right? We do construction every day. We don't get to talk to the students, so it's fun. So
when we were walking around out here, you mentioned the curtain wall. That big area of windows for the lay people.
Yep.
Is that the media center?
Yeah, that's going to be the media center. You have a lot of curtain wall on that whole site. You got some in the gym as well. So the student commons area is another area. They have got those big windows.
It's going to look awesome.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to be back. Is there anything else? Did I miss anything?
Well, I think that's it.
Okay. We'll be back with Luke to tell us what's up next.
Summerfest and Concerts on the Common are making their return this July for their 30th season. Summerfest concerts will be held every Wednesday evening at the Common, and Concerts on the Common will be every Sunday evening, both from 6:30 to 8:30. Enjoy quality time with family and friends while listening to quality music.
as promised, we're back with Luke Arpone from Vertex. They're the owner's project manager. I didn't say that W.T. Rich was the construction company, but we all know that by now, I hope. So, Luke, what can we look forward to? Well, let's just talk about this for a second. School's out.
Sure, yep.
So one of the obstacles, for lack of a better word, is having students around and the building being active. What does this allow you to do?
Sure, so yeah, it's a busy summer coming up for WT Rich. They are going to be extending the construction fence that we have currently now to basically the limits of Washington Street on both sides of the existing building. We'll basically be taking the north and south parking lots into the construction site for the summer. This is going to allow WT Rich and their subcontractors to install the utilities that are currently in Washington Street, extend those into the site and connect the buildings, drain and water lines to the active utilities in the street. While the school is inactive, we can take over those 2 parking lots, complete the work, install the new parking lots, and return them to the town for September.
That's a pretty aggressive schedule.
Yeah, it's going to be a push. It's going to be a push, but we'll get there.
So what else is going on? We talked about some of the interior stuff. What else is going to go on inside?
Sure. As Bethany mentioned, tile. The newest trade on site is a tile subcontractor. They've started to install some wall tile. The mechanical equipment, the large rooftop equipment, is scheduled to arrive early in July. The flooring subcontractor will fall right behind them sometime late July, early August, and casework right around that same time in August. As Bethany mentioned, the facade, we're going to continue there. The AVB, the blue skin we can see behind us, that'll be done sometime late July, early August, and then following right behind that will be the curtain wall and the storefront windows to be complete again end of summer. And the panels, the hardy panels and the solid panels that Bethany mentioned for the rest of the facade will start late summer and continue into the fall.
When do you think you'll have the whole place buttoned up?
Late fall, early winter.
Okay, and what do we do? Where's Brian? I should ask Brian. He's not here today. When's it going to be done again?
About a year from now, we'll be turning the school over and beginning to move in furniture and get ready for school in September 2026. 25, sorry.
We were
getting ahead of us. A year ahead of us.
You slipped.
Yeah,
Your schedule slipped.
No, we didn't. Schedule 2025.
All right, well, anything else?
That's it.
All right, thanks, Luke. Thanks to Bethany. And we'll be right back with more Digest.